Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining well in time. We will start in a few minutes. Thank you for your patience. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me just inform you that since this is a webinar where you will not be able to unmute yourself or speak, may I request all of you to put in your questions or queries in the chat box. We will address all. We will try to address all of them. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Avinash Rai, your host for the event. We will be starting very shortly, sharp at 11. Please bear with us for a couple of minutes more. Thank you for your patience. In case if you have any queries, any questions, please use the chat box. We will try to answer all of them towards the end of the presentation. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Avinash Rai. I work as a zonal business head for electric vehicle business unit of Tata Motors. And today I'll be your host for next 1 hour or so. We continue to get overwhelming response, and we are still receiving a lot of requests for, accessing the webinar. So we will just wait for another 2 minutes, just 2 minutes, and after that, maybe we will stop uh, taking entries because otherwise it will disturb the proceedings. So give us just a couple of minutes, and we'll start very soon. Okay. Can someone from Tata Motors team confirm that I'm clearly, audible and you can see the video as well?
Yes, you're audible and we can see you.
Thank you very much, Ashish. Okay, so while we continue to get, overwhelming response for attending this webinar, I think in the interest of time and people who have joined well in time, I think we will start. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first national webinar for corporate and fleet customers ever hosted by Electric Vehicle Business Unit of Tata Motors. As I said earlier, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Avinash Rai. I look after Electric Vehicle Business Unit Western Zone. For us, Western Zone is Maharashtra, Goa, MP, and Gujarat. Today, from Tata Motors side, it will be very apt to introduce a few of the speakers and panelists uh, who are here to take you through some of the presentations and some of the important points which we want to convey to you. First of all, let me introduce Mr. Ramesh Dorarajan, who is the head of Electric Vehicle Business Unit, as well as Network and RCFI for Passenger Car Business Unit of Tata Motors. Then we have Mr. Avinash Kulkarni, who has the corporate and fleet business for Electric Vehicle Business Unit of Tata Motors. Then we also have Mr. Amit Goyal, who is the head of after sales and parts for Electric Vehicle Business Unit. And we are also having Mr. Omkar, who heads the charging solution for Electric Vehicle Business Unit of Tata Motors. Apart from the customers, we also have our financial partners, TML Electric Vehicle Dealership Team, as well as NBFC and people from Tata Power attending this meeting. So without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Avinash Kulkarni for setting up the context of this webinar. Over to you, Avinash.
Thank you, Avinash, and a very good morning to all of you here. And thank you for taking out your time on a Saturday and joining this very beautiful event in the morning here. As you are aware, Tata Motors has been a pioneer in bringing the newer technologies to the country, right? Be it the first ever truck in collaboration with Mercedes-Benz or any of the concept cars like the Sierra, the Sumo, and the other cars which we have. And of course, each one of you would remember the Indica and the Indigo way back about 20 years back, right? And I'm sure many of you would have started your businesses and your fleet journeys with the Indica, right? Now, as the world moves to the electric vehicles, Tata Motors has again committed itself to the country and to its customers, and hence has been taking a lead in the electric vehicle play. We are pleased to announce the launch of Express as a fleet brand offering from Tata Motors. And the first offering in the Express brand of fleet vehicles would be the Express T, the electric vehicle sedan. And the message of the Express T sedan is very clear and simple. It says, add express growth to your fleet business, right? So add express growth to your fleet business. And friends, as the market opens up post all the COVID challenges and the scenarios which we have seen in the last 1.5 years, we see the demand for the fleet business growing, and it will definitely grow very maybe next 1 and 2 months. You will see a huge turnaround happening in the fleet business across the segments, be it the aggregator segment, or be it the employee transportation segment, or even the local Kalipili taxis and the other segments of fleet. So it's my pleasure to invite you again here. Express T, as you are aware, is an electric vehicle sedan, which you'll be knowing more in the next 1 hour. And I bet even in the situation when there is a continued increase in the fuel prices, so diesel and petrol prices and even the CNG prices are going up every now and then. Even with that increase, I'm very confident and pleased to share that electric vehicle, the Express T EV, can definitely add on to your express growth and also increase your profit, right? So that's a little note from my side. Thank you so much, and over to you, Avinash.
Thank you very much, Avinash Kulkarni, for setting up the context for the event. And I'm sure, people are looking forward to hear, what Tata Motors has to say. So, it is my proud privilege to invite Mr. Ramesh Dorarajan, who is the head of Electric Vehicle Business Unit, and he is also in charge of Network and RC5 for Passenger Car Business Unit of Tata Motors. Welcome, Mr. Ramesh Dorarajan. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Avinash, and a very, very good morning to all of you. It's a privilege, it's an honor to host all of you, and thank you for taking time out on a Saturday, on a weekend. First of all, let me pray and hope that all of you are staying safe, having got yourself vaccinated, and please take care of yourself. I'm just going to spend the next few minutes to tell you about what Tata Motors is doing in the EV space and how we are the leaders in adopting the new technology. All of you understand that the EV industry today in India is at a nascent stage, but is poised to grow very, very fast. As we move forward with increased infrastructure, reducing the price gap between the conventional and the electric cars, and the inherent benefits of EVs in terms of operating cost and maintenance cost, we will start seeing much more encouraging growth than what we are seeing today in the EV space. Now, what has led India to adopt all this? I think, say, about 5 years back and all, we are quite happy with what it is. Pollution had become a way of life, and Indians did not complain. We generally are people who adapt to anything very quickly and say, chalo, it's a chalta hai attitude hai. But then the new generation feels that we must do something. And I think today the whole country talks about cleaner air, talks about a pollution-free environment, and all of us want to live a better place to a better India for our children so that they are able to enjoy their lives. So what were the driving forces? And our research, etc., shows that there were fundamentally 4 things that led to this. One was the climate change. See, the process of the what you call the rapid and the global temperature increase has created a need for reduction in the use of fossil fuel. And India is committed of cutting its greenhouse gas emissions intensity by 33 to 35%. The second thing is the rapid urbanization. More and more Indians are moving into the cities. And you would understand that as per a research done by the World Health Organization, India is home to 14 out of the 15 most polluted cities. It is a record, I think, which we need not want to have against our name. Energy security, I think crude oil, our dependence on the crude oil import is huge. It causes an enormous strain on our government budgets, etc., and it takes a toll. And at the end, but the most important is the total cost of ownership. And as we move forward and the battery costs and all start coming down, etc., you would start seeing that will be much more. But as Avinash and my entire team would take you through, Sandeep would take you through the presentation, you will obviously see that the cost of ownership for an EV is much lower than what is for an ICE vehicle. Obviously, all of us think that if that is the case, why are we not adapting it to immediately? Why are everybody not jumping? It's not that simple. For example, first the confidence level of the people, the customers, the range anxiety is slowly overcoming that. Infrastructure. Suppose if I take my vehicle on a long drive, will I be in a position to get my vehicle charged, etc.? That problem is being overcome. In the last 2 years, we have seen very progressive actions by the ecosystem and players in the direction of overcoming these barriers. But I'm very happy and proud to say that Tata Motors is in the forefront of this change. In the last couple of years that we have been in this business, I'm so happy to report that we have sold more than 7,500 EVs overall in this country. We command a market share of 77% plus in the entire EV space. We have two products. We have got the Nexon EV in the personal space, and we have got the Express T in the fleet space. So what is it that we see the future outlet? And before I come to the future, let me also tell you that what is the customer insight? What does the customer say about us? And I'm talking about the EV as a whole. The current EV buyer, if you look at it, is a technophile. His technology, he's very well aware of what is happening. And I'm speaking both on the Express T as well as on the Nexon, the people who adapt, do a lot of research online. And the most important thing is that people come and actually challenges in the showroom, and this has actually made us much better salesmen. And we are so happy to receive so many feedbacks and so many queries where people want Tata Motors to do well, want to question us, want to ensure that we get right there as to what their expectations are. He's a typically better educated, higher earning, younger, and is well traveled abroad. So there's a lot of information available with him. He conducts extensive research. That's what we have seen about our customer. And generally, they are very environmental conscious. They are tech enthusiasts. They're generally globally mobile, etc. So it's a very happy space to be in, and we take great pride. It's not a question of numbers at this point of time. It is what we are contributing to the society. And I can tell you, each one of you who is in this call, whether you're proposing to buy or you will buy later or you will probably check everything and say, you are going to be the people who are going to set a benchmark for the future. You are the one who will always be remembered as people who set the EV technology running in India. So what's our future outlook? We feel that in the next 2 to 3 years, there'll definitely be an expansion in the charging infrastructure, especially on the highways. And this will provide a greater peace of mind to the customers and support the increase in penetration. As we improve our technology, and as Avinash Kulkarni also said, we are in the forefront of this evolving EV technology. You will see more and more better cars coming over the next couple of years, etc. And we would set the trend as to how this industry is moving ahead. As I said, the total cost of ownership is something that all of us, all the operators and all the buyers, etc., will always be concerned about. And that's absolutely right. As a buyer, you have every right to do that. And Tata Motors will be in the forefront to see to it that the overall cost of running and the total cost of ownership is within your expectations as to what you want, etc. And will always be available out there for any queries to be sorted out. Once again, thank you so much for taking time out on a weekend. And I'm very, very happy to be hosting all of you. And we look forward to a very constructive interaction with you. Thank you so much. Over to you, Avinash.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ramesh Dorarajan, for putting the whole, EV system or EV status of the country. I think you spoke about our customers. You talked about the ecosystem which is getting put in place. I think these are the kind of typical queries which many people have in mind. Okay, coming back to the event of the day, which is especially dedicated to fleet and the new fleet brand Express T, which Tata Motors has launched. You must be having a lot of questions, So, without any further delay, I would like to invite Mr. Sandeep Senani. Mr. Sandeep Senani is the head of EVBO business for South Zone. Many of you know him because he has been directly interacting with a lot of customers solutions, especially in fleet and employee transportation sector. Welcome, Sandeep, and over to you.
Thank you, Avinash, and thank you, Avinash Kulkarni. Thank you as well as Ramesh sir. Wonderful. I am so pleasure to have this new launch. Before I start ahead, is my slide visible and am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So, very good morning to all. We are here for the launch of Tata's all-new vehicle, which is the Express T Electric. Now, all of you must be wondering, what is all this about? In fact, just to share before I start off, we have 515 participants on this call. That means 515 of you who have taken their special efforts to join this call. So thank you all for making part of this event. Now, before I go ahead and speak, let me start with one question, right? Today, if anybody were to look at the world is moving about, I just want to ask you one simple thing. Dash is the new gold. Dash is the next new future. Dash is the next new Urja. What am I talking about this Dash? The Dash is nothing else but electric. And that's why we are here to add express growth to your fleet with Express T Electric. Now, today's agenda, we have already had an introduction from Avinash Rai, Avinash Kulkarni, and Ramesh sir. Post that, I'll be presenting the product. And after that, you would have testimonials given by Manish Kaushal. We'll have the Q&A session. So all of you who have questions, maybe missed earlier, you can type out your questions in the chat box here, and we'll be more than glad to address those questions in the chat box itself, or we will also address them verbally during the last session of this entire program. And then Ashish Gogia will be giving you the vote of thanks. Now, coming back to the main topic, all of you must be wondering, what is this hula-ha about electric? ये लोग electric के बारे में इतना क्यों बात कर रहे हैं? But मैं आपको एक चीज बताता हूँ, electric कोई नई चीज नहीं है. Electric कई सालों से बहुत पहले इस world में आ चुका है, and you'll be surprised to know many facts. So I start with the first question. Do you know when was the first electric vehicle manufactured? Now, all of you must be wondering, maybe 5 years back, maybe 10 years back, maybe 15 years back. But the answer is something very, very shocking and surprising. The answer is 1884. There you see two gentlemen who are driving the first electric automobile. This was close to 1884. Now, if you look at the history of automobiles, from 1828 till 1920s, you had only electric vehicles. So close to about 80 to 100 years, we had only electric vehicles, unless later they found out that oil is much cheaper. From 1920s almost up till 1980s, you had only oil-driven electric vehicles. But from 1996 to 1997, you suddenly had people looking to go electric. So I'm sure अगले 100 साल या maybe उससे ज़्यादा electric is going to be the future, and that is why Tata believes in that. Tata believes that हम लोग को इस environment के लिए, इस society के लिए कुछ करना चाहिए. And that's the reason, like Ramesh sir said, it's not about numbers. It is about what we want to give back to the society, what we think about the environment. And that's the reason we are looking to go electric. Now, why is the world talking about electric? Electric stands for no pollution. Second, electric is more cost effective. Yani ki the cost of operations बहुत कम है, as low as ₹1.50 per kilometer. The user experience is much better. आपका जो noise pollution है, आपका जो driver experience है, in terms of suspension, in terms of comfort, electric is much better than compared to any other cars. Safety. Electric vehicle is as safe as a petrol or diesel vehicle. It also comes with airbags and ABS, maybe at times much safer. आपको charging की सहूलियत है. You get fast charging as well as slow charging ability available to electric vehicles, and government is trying to support that. And with range, Tata Motors is coming up with phenomenal products like the Express T today we have, which gives you the adequate range for your operations. Now, government बहुत अपने तरफ से try कर रही है, और government ने उनका clear message है कि हमें electric के तरफ आगे बढ़ना है. And that is why government ने clear statement दिया है, by the year 2030, government wants to look at India being 100% EV nation. Now, this is the vision statement driven by our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, under the guidance of, with the help of Niti Aayog, under the guidance of Mr. Amitabh Kant. तो आप देखेंगे कि गवर्नमेंट हर जगह पे इलेक्ट्रिक के बारे में वर्क कर रही है ताकि वी कैन मूव टुवर्ड्स अ मच सेफर एनवायरनमेंट. नाउ गवर्नमेंट ने सिर्फ स्टेटमेंट नहीं, गवर्नमेंट ने जीएसटी बेनिफिट दिया है. अगेंस्ट 28 to 40% जीएसटी, इलेक्ट्रिक पे सिर्फ 5% जीएसटी है. इलेक्ट्रिक पे काफी सारी सब्सिडीज मिलती है जो मैं आपको आगे बताने वाला हूँ. रोड टैक्स एग्जेम्पशन मिलते हैं. गवर्नमेंट ने चार्जिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के लिए कई जगह पे सेटअप्स बनाए हैं ताकि एवरी 50 to 100 किलोमीटर चार्जिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बन पाए. एंड गवर्नमेंट एमिशन स्टैंडर्ड्स भी अपग्रेड कर रही है फ्रॉम BS4 to BS6. उसके बाद कैफे नॉर्म्स आएंगे, एंड कैफे नॉर्म आते ही everybody has to look towards going electric, and that's the reason Tata is looking primarily at electric as a key driver going ahead. Now Tata as a whole, ऐसा नहीं है कि टाटा मोटर्स सिर्फ एक आइसोलेशन में काम कर रही है. हम टाटा ग्रुप की विभिन्न कंपनियों के साथ काम कर रहे हैं. तो टाटा पावर is helping us with charging station. Tata Elxsi, TCS is working towards our battery management system, towards the electronics, towards the software part of it. Tata Chemicals is working towards setting up a battery plant so that we can work towards indigenization.
Sandeep.
Yeah. Yeah, Avinash, am I audible?
Yeah, Sandeep, you are audible, but there is a request to use only English language.
Okay.
And another thing is, please go slightly slow because different parts of the country, have different bandwidth issues. So just please go little slowly so that slides are also changing as fast as you are going.
Okay, sure. Thanks for that feedback.
Thank you.
So like I said, Tata as a whole group is working towards electric, and all Tata Group companies are working towards this whole mission. Tata Power is looking towards charging, TCS towards the battery management system, and Tata Chemicals towards the batteries. Now, overall, Tata Group is working as one single unit to promote electric. Now, in terms of key achievement that Tata has done till date, we got the most prestigious order of 6,000 electric cars. And till date, like Ramesh said, we have supplied 7,500 overall electric cars. Within that, the fleet segment, we have served about 2,000 electric cars across 40 corporates. Not only that, we have also given 400 buses in the electric segment. Moving on, what Tata Motors as a group provides you. Now, if you see the product, it's not only about the product that a company stands for. Along with product, there are other things that come. So while I'll speak to you more about the product, along with that, we offer the technology, a most efficient BMS through TCS, as well as our backend partners of MapMyIndia. Charging infra, we are working with Tata Power and many other such companies which help you integrate or provide the support in terms of infrastructure. Training support. So once electric vehicle is provided, the driver, the whole supervisors, everybody has to be guided upon how to use electric vehicles. Service support. Our teams work across various vendors along with various corporates to ensure that we provide a very, very integrated and a quick service turnover so that everybody is provided the best of our services. Now, putting this all together, we have the Express T, which is a brand meant for the fleet or the commercial segment. After many years, we had last the Indica, and post that we have moved towards the Express T. Now, Express T is a product which is meant for the fleet segment. So, ladies and gentlemen, without much ado and without wasting any further time, I'm introducing to you one of the most developed and sophisticated products from Tata Motors in the electric sedan segment, the Express T. So hold on to your nerves, hold on to your questions. We present to you the Express T. I think there is is audio audible?
No, sir. Audio is not audible.
So this is the Express T that we offer from Tata Motors, and this is our most premium offering in the sedan segment. Now, just to give you a small brief, we have a small demo that that we want to showcase to you before moving on to details on the product.
Hi, I'm Sandeep Senani, and I'm here to present to you a wonderful, wonderful new car from Tata Motors. We're amidst this wonderful environment with beautiful green trees, and we have a green car. This is the new car from Tata Motors called the Express T. Yes, you heard it right, Express T. Now, Tata Motors is launching a lot of new electric vehicles. This is one of their latest cars called the Express T, a brand which is meant only for the fleet and the taxi segment, right? When we talk about this car, if you look at it from the front, it has a nice new Humanity blue line badging here. And if you see, you have these honeycomb structures here. You have these edge of wonderful lights, the dome of lights that you have. It makes it look very attractive. ये जो bonnet है यहाँ पे, that is also very attractive. If you see the entire look, Express T is a very, very premium, modern looking vehicle, right? Now, इस गाड़ी में आगे, if you see in the bonnet, what is inside? This is where the brain of the car is, and this is where the legs of the car is. The brain of the car, which is called the vehicle control unit and the motor control unit, and we also have the motor. Yes, it's an electric car, so there is no engine. We have a motor, and there is a battery behind. Now, let me just take you through the side paneling of this car. Now, if you look at the sides of this car, it has a nice muscular touch. You have the EV badging. You have black color OVRMs, and it gives a nice clean structure, very good ground clearance, very apt for Indian roads, for heavy, dirty usage among humps, bad roads, etc. So what you get is a wonderful looking car, a very strong car, and a very good ground clearance car. Now let me just show you how this car is. It has a coupe kind of a finish, which is very, very sleek. It makes it looks very modern, contemporary. You have LED DRL lights here, which on braking are very, very visible. And towards the night time, make the car look very, very nice. Again, you have the LED tail lamps with EV badging here. This is powered by Electra. The whole platform on which the car is based with Electra. And you have this wonderful Tata badging here and the logo. If you can see, it says here's Express T, right? This is, like I said, Tata's own fleet brand. It's been about years since Tata launched something in the fleet segment, and this is the first such car that is coming in this segment. Now, if you talk about the boot space, you have close to about 255 liters of boot space without the stepney. So once you remove the stepney across, you have 255 liters of boot space across. Now, along with the car also comes a slow charging port, which I'll show you in the video ahead. Now that we have seen the exteriors of the car, let's look at how comfortable, how pleasing the car is inside. If you see, the car has a wonderful dashboard, which is very clean, simple, gives a wonderful visibility to the driver as well. The windscreen is very, very clean, right? You have these wonderful cushioned seats, which are like bucket seats with blue stitches. These are the EV blue stitches. You also have smaller blue elements here near the AC vents, also towards the sides, which gives a nice EV-ish feel to the vehicle. अभी इसके साथ इस गाड़ी में we also have porcelain finish door handles. We also have porcelain finish on the steering wheel. And most importantly, Tata has given a flat bottom steering, which is very, very comfortable, gives the driver very good road grip. For the driver, also there are special features in terms of the visibility that he gets. The driver can see what is the state of charge, what is the SOC of the vehicle, how much percentage of battery is left. Also, the driver can see how many kilometers that this electric car can further cover, whether the gear is in neutral, drive or in sports mode. Also, the speed of the vehicle is visible, which is normal. Now, if I talk about key features in terms of interiors of the vehicle comes with a nice black and beige finish, which gives very pleasing interior touches. Legroom is very, very sufficient. I'm a tall person, I'm almost 6 feet, but my legs don't touch either the sides of the steering or the side of the board. So a very tall driver can easily sit. The kind of comfort that I have here is also very, very easy and convenient for me to get in. Now, being an electric car, the vehicle comes with an automatic gearbox where you have, this is a neutral.
Just a minute, getting feedback on the video laggingness, so I'm just stopping the camera. And
you can also go to drive mode. Sports mode. Sports mode helps you when you need to do a fast overtaking or when you need to take up a big, very, very steep slope. Now, also the car has a very, very convenient music system through Harman, which is a touch screen, essential for Bluetooth connectivity, small songs that somebody wants to play, but most importantly, it is quality, it is Harman. Right? Now, in terms of safety, as you already saw, the car is solid, strong from outside. The kind of metal grade and steel that we use is very, very good. Also, the car comes with dual airbags. Right? In today's environment, you have so many difficult scenarios in terms of safety that one has to undergo. Hence, we have ensured Tata always stands for safety. So this comes with dual airbags as well. Right? Now, like I said, the car has a certified range of 213 kilometers, which is the highest in this particular range. Our nearest competition is about 25 to 30 kilometers less. Now, the certified range is 213 kilometers, but some of our, when you speak about the actual range, some of our customers are getting ranges varying between 155 to about 170. Now, it also depends on how good the driver drives, and Tata Motors is definitely looking to train those drivers, give them the knowledge of how to drive electric vehicles. Right? Now, moving on, the car also comes with a fully automatic climate control, which ensures that if you want to pick up the temperature even to 18.5 or 19.5 degrees Celsius, you can do that. It's not a 1, 2, 3, 4 knob where you can switch on your AC controls. So that more or less covers the key interiors. Now let's go to the back side of the seat and see how comfortable the car is for the passengers to sit. As a passenger, this car has...
I'm just pausing the video again, so because I'm getting feedback that the video is lagging.
Lot of legroom,
just starting it.
So Sandeep, please continue with that.
Yeah,
we will WhatsApp the video to everyone. Don't worry. Please continue with the presentation.
Yeah, I'm just pausing it so buffering time can reduce.
As a passenger, this car has a lot of legroom, lot of headroom, and a lot of cushioning on the seats. Now, these are bucket seats which hold the sides of your body. It almost holds your entire body in a very, very nice, comfortable manner. So, passengers ke liye over long run, over let's say a 1 or 2 hour journey, he wouldn't feel fatigue, and it feels very airy, bahut khulla dikhta hai. So it ensures that the passenger is safe and he enjoys his ride back from office or going to office. Now, also, if you can see, the seats in the front have the scoop. Now, the scoop ensures that me being almost 6 feet, the legs don't touch the front seat as well. That's how comfortable it is. And like I said, you have these nice fabric seats with blue stitches, which gives it very, very nice comfort, very nice pleasing looks also from inside. Also, in terms of safety, we do have a rear seat belt, which helps for long run in terms of using it across journeys. Many companies stand for safety, so we ensure that even the rear passengers get absolute safety in using this car. This car can be charged in 2 ways: slow charging and fast charging. Let me talk about slow charging. It is made very, very easy and convenient for anybody to use. You have a small pin here which you pull across and this opens up. And inside this you have a small slow charging port, right? Once you're done charging, it takes about 11.5 hours for a full slow charging to be done. You just close this across and it camouflages into the front of the vehicle. Now that we spoke about slow charging, the car also has fast charging, right? For fleet, you require very faster rotation, quick charging of your vehicles, right? Now, uske liye humne kya kiya hai? We have given you fast charging. Now, it takes about 2 hours to do 0 to 80% fast charging. It doesn't necessarily mean every time you need to put in 2 hours. You can do a top-up charge. For every 30 minutes, you may get 60 kilometers, right? So that is how in fleet, you can rotate and move across your car much faster. Now, who wouldn't want to try out an electric car which gives you so much value for money, right? Now you're getting a 21.5 kilowatt hour battery, which gives you a range of 213 kilometers certified, and on an average for customers they get a range of 155 to 170. Now you're getting this wonderful electric car where the cost of running per kilometer is very, very low. The cost of running this car, if you charge it at home, is as low as 50 to 60 paisa per kilometer. It varies from state to state. With fast charging, when you use commercial power, the cost per kilometer can go up to 1 rupee 30 to 1 rupee 50 paisa per kilometer. Now, in this day and age where petrol and diesel is so expensive, right? Where your, petrol cost is almost, petrol and diesel cost has gone almost about 100 rupees a liter, where the cost of electric car is very, very cheap. Now, you save a lot of money in the long run. That means the more you run an electric car, especially the Express T, the operator or the vendor earns that much more money. And that's why Tata strongly believes in this vehicle as a future for fleet segment. And just not that, you get a 3 years and 1.25 lakh kilometers warranty on this car. Now, who would have thought, everything put together, you're getting a warranty which is equivalent or even more than your regular petrol diesel vehicles. Now, all in all, if you look at it as a package, you have slow charging, you have fast charging, you have an automatic gearbox, you have 2 airbags, passenger comfort, passenger safety, low cost of operation. So overall, this package of this product is nicely fitted for operators to use, benefit from it, and also for passengers and end clients to enjoy the service. So that's it from me. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to present to you the Express T. So go Express T. Thank you.
So that was just a second. Yeah. So that was a small demo on the Express T that we wanted to showcase. Now moving on to if somebody would have missed out on the video, we'll definitely share that with you on WhatsApp, the video across. You can share it with your colleagues, with your clients. Definitely that will help. Now, just to share it across, like I said, we have very stylish exteriors and interiors. It's a fully electric car, right? It has a nice coupe kind of a design, which makes it look very, very nice, modern, contemporary. Now, it has a nice rear styling with the Express T EV mascot. It has a black trunk lid garnish and red lens tail lamp, as mentioned during the video as well. Now, the vehicle comes with regenerative braking. That means every time you brake, you add more range to the car. Overall, about 10 to 15 kilometers, you can get additional range. We have an integrated front charging port. The suspension on this car is just phenomenal. If somebody would have experienced this car, they would really know how soft and wonderful the suspension is, especially on bad roads. We have a single speed automatic transmission. And this vehicle comes in 2 ranges. One is a certified range of 213 kilometers. Another one is a certified range of 165 kilometers. You can do fast charging on both of them, varying anywhere between 2 hours to 1.5 hours. It comes with a 72-volt 3-phase induction motor, which I mentioned as the legs of the car. As you see the Electra EV badging, that's the vehicle control unit and the motor control unit in the bonnet of the car. You have eco and sports mode for speed changes in the car. And like I mentioned, for slow charging, which you need to do probably once a week only, it requires 11.5 hours for a full charge. We have 2 battery types. We have 16.5 kilowatt option, and we also have the 21.5 kilowatt option. Now, the interiors are just phenomenal. If you look at the interiors, we have a flat bottom steering. We have these nice blue elements within the car, which speak about the EV-ness of the product. We have a music system by Harman. It's a single speed transmission with neutral, reverse, drive and sports mode. We have an analog instrument cluster, which shows you distance to empty, which also shows you kilometers left. So the driver knows he can plan his trip very nicely. And we have very premium seat fabric here, which has a blue and yellow stitch, which gives it a very nice, luxurious feel inside. The car has a wonderful automatic climate control, a cooled glove box, electrical adjustable ORVM in the top end, and 255 liters of boot space. Now, safety is something that Tata Motors stands for. Dual airbags is a must. I think across electric sedan, nobody else offers double airbags. We offer them because we don't cut corners. And we provide an anti-lock braking system as well, which is definitely required. Now, these are the technical specifications of the car. It comes with a power of 30 kilowatt and torque of 105 Newton meter. The 21.5 kilowatt hour battery, as I mentioned, the charging time across is there. It has a gradability of about 8.8 degrees. And let me tell you that this car, even before coming out, had tested about 5 lakh kilometers in the plant. But just not that. On the same platform, the Tigor, which is run, has covered more than about 1.5 million kilometers. That shows the durability and rigidity or the ruggedness of this product. Now, there are some technical changes that we have done in this product, or improvements, enhancements, you can say. We have the LFP chemistry 21.5 kilowatt battery. We have a wonderful battery cooling system, which ensures you get better range. We have this battery management system, which ensures that even during hot temperatures, even in terms of different charge cycles, this vehicle delivers to you very good range. Now, AC cooling, some of the states in India are extremely hot, right? So we upgraded from a 2.2 kilowatt compressor to a 4.5 kilowatt compressor. That means you get cooling much faster and better. In terms of safety, we have given you an enhanced safety with RCD cable. So in case of any power fluctuations also, the battery, the wires manage that well, and short circuiting or any other thoughts that any customer has, those will never occur, because we have made the system so strong that the product is very robust, and the RCD cable takes care of any power fluctuations as well. The vehicle, just like your phone, has like a power saving mode. So when it starts going below 10 degrees state of charge, the AC the AC condenser reduces its capacity, the cooling reduces. So that gives an indication to the driver that he needs to look for a charge of his vehicle. And also the speed of the vehicle reduces. The braking is based on vacuum pump, which ensures that the braking is very, very efficient. Now, an electric car is just not an electric car. It's more like a smart device. So everybody wants to know where the car is, what is the charge left on the vehicle. Now, let's say your supervisor wants to plan a next trip, or let's say your routing device or your routing services wants to know, should I assign a 30 kilometers trip or a 50 kilometers trip? We have a tie with MapMyIndia, which will showcase to you that what is the state of charge in the vehicle, what is the kilometers left in the vehicle, which will be easily available across a server through a downloading of report. This tie-up we have with MapMyIndia. Now, like I mentioned, we have a slow charger, which requires a 15 amp plug point. That means even at home, a fridge, which requires a 15 amp plug point, you just need that kind of a plug point to charge your vehicle. It's so easy as that. For fast charger, that's a fast charger. It requires a special equipment, a 15 kilowatt fast charger or a 30 kilowatt double gun fast charger. And for fast charger, you can contact Tata Power at the below number. That's Arvind's number. I'll just pause for a second. If somebody wants to note down that number for any details that you require in terms of charging support, right? Arvind would be very, very happy to help you in that regards. Now, Tata Power has set up charging stations all across. In fact, Tata Power recently announced tying up with oil marketing companies to have fast chargers available at petrol bunks. Yes, that's going to be a reality, and that is going to be the future. Now, Tata Power has already set up, and other players have set up close to about 230 DC 0001 fast chargers all across India. Now, this is the list available across everywhere. We have more coming up inside the cities, highways, expressways, malls. Everywhere you're going to find a fast charger. So that makes your life easy in terms of not sweating it out, thinking, where should I charge my vehicle next? Now, we spoke about the product, we spoke about the features, but everybody must be wondering, what is the price? Does it make benefit to me? Do I save something? Do I gain something? Yes, to address that question, the government has helped us a lot. Various central government and state government are providing us with subsidies, incentives to promote electric vehicles. Let me start with FAME 2. Now, this is an incentive given by the central government for faster adoption and manufacturing of electric vehicles. You get subsidies ranging from 1.65 lakh rupees to 2.15 lakh rupees. Now, state governments, I'm sure everybody who would have read the newspapers recently would have heard Maharashtra giving a subsidy up to almost 2.32 lakh rupees. Delhi, 1.5 lakh rupees. Not only that, many state governments have waived off road tax. The road tax may vary annually between 5,000 rupees to lifetime 1.5 lakh rupees, right? Now that entire road tax is getting waived off. That's an additional benefit to a fleet operator in terms of electric vehicles. Electricity tariff, which is the fuel of this car, right? Now you get, some states provide electricity at the rate of just 5 rupees per unit. If somebody provides you cost electricity at 5 rupees per unit, your cost per kilometer comes down to 60 to 80 paisa. If you charge it at home, it's 50 to 60 paisa. Now, not only that, a lot of companies use CSR budgets to set up charging infrastructure, to promote electric within their campuses, to promote electric within their fleet. So the whole environment, the whole ecosystem is working towards benefiting electric vehicles. Now, this is the most important slide. I would like everybody to pay attention here. This is the most important in terms of understanding how you benefit, because there is a myth or there is a feeling that electric vehicle mehenga hai. Yeah, electric vehicle is expensive. But let me just put it out to you and explain it to you here. Now, these are the prices on road of Maharashtra, Delhi, and Bangalore, being the prime cities or prime states where electric is there, right? Now, when you bring down this, there's a subsidy of 2,15,000 on the Express T, right, which we provide to customers, our privileged customers, sometimes at upfront basis. Now, the price after subsidy comes down to 11.24 lakhs to 11.7 lakhs, depending on the state. But when state subsidies of, let us say, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Delhi, when they add across, this price further reduces. In some cases, up to even about 9,20,000, right? Now, that makes the vehicle even more better than a CNG or a diesel vehicle. That's how beneficial electric vehicles are. And you must be wondering, acha, you must be doing your maths or calculation in your mind. Acha, ye kitna mehenga padega, kitna sasta padega. So we have done a calculation there here also. Now, Express T, we have taken the cost at 11.24 lakhs, where I have not even accounted for the state government subsidies here. Diesel price today, it's very difficult to get a diesel sedan, but still we have taken a 9,25,000 costing here. So the EMI difference is about 6,000 rupees. But the difference comes in running cost per kilometer. The electric vehicle with commercial charging costs you 1 rupee 50 paisa per kilometer. But in case of diesel, with the price rising so high, it comes up to almost 6 rupees per kilometer. And if an operator or a driver is driving only 4,000 kilometers a month, you save 18,000 rupees on the cost of fuel itself, right? 18,000. Now, not only that, the maintenance cost is lower. Plus, if you are not aware, you get faster depreciation of 40% vis-a-vis 25% on regular vehicles in the first year itself. Now, not accounting for depreciation, you save close to about 4.3 lakh rupees in a 3-year period, 4.34 lakh. And this is at the current cost of diesel. Just imagine if today petrol or diesel is 95 to 100 rupees a liter. Do you think it's going to be the same in the next 1-2 years? Definitely not. And that's the reason I'm saying this 4.3 lakh rupees is just the tip of the iceberg. This can go to a whole lot bigger amount going forward, right? Now, not only that, in terms of CNG vehicles also, we are providing a huge benefit over regular vehicles. Now, when you see compared to CNG, the cost of CNG running per kilometer is 2 rupees 90 paise, vis-a-vis electric at 1 rupee 50 paise. Because of which the EMI cost is negotiated with the running cost per kilometer. Hence, CNG and electric come almost like to like basis. It comes almost like to like basis. So over a 3-year period, it is almost 15,000 saving. But this is at the current cost of CNG. Like I said, when CNG cost goes up, definitely this is going to go in lakhs. So that is the key element, that this electric vehicle is even more beneficial than CNG vehicles as well. Now, it's not rocket science. It's not a surprise that electric vehicles are getting adopted by everybody. There are global players like Bank of America, Deutsche Bank, Hewlett-Packard, who are going electric, IKEA. We also have Indian players who are looking to go electric. For example, you have the Dalmia Bharats of the world. You have so many Indian companies, Wipro, Infosys, who are going electric. So we are seeing that everybody is moving towards electric. And this is purely a drive towards a better future. Now, we have given the electric vehicle across segments, to corporate employees, to aggregator and fleet transport, to hotels, to government offices, to the government sector as well. ESL is one of our biggest government sector customers. We have given it across to various electricity boards at various places, right?
Sorry to interrupt you, but you'll have to wrap it a little faster because we are running out
Sure.
of time now.
I'm almost done, Avinash.
Thank you.
These are some of the customers that we have shown, we have sold the electric vehicles to. Some of the very big brand names are here. Since it's visible, I don't want to spell it out to you, right? Now, all in all, it's a wonderful product. It has a nice, strong standing. We have done a lot of kilometers across electric vehicles. And that's why I say that electric vehicles are the future. That's why we want to add Express to your growth. So this is one of our recent deliveries of a lot of electric vehicles that we gave to a particular company that is visible here. This was, I think, in the newspapers covered to Garden Reach Shipbuilders that we gave these fleet of electric vehicles. So that's it from my side. Thank you all for your patience and pardon me for any bandwidth issues that you faced. But thank you all for giving us this patience, this patient hearing. Over to you, Avinash Rai.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sandeep Senani. I think the presentation was excellent, and it gives a very, very good about the product. In fact, the video also which you showed was excellent. But let's see, this is what Tata Motors has to say. But let us hear from some of our customers who have started using our electric vehicles, what they have to say. I'll request Manish to put in some testimonial videos which we have taken from some of our fleet customers. I'll also request all the attendees to please put in your question in the chat box. Will be Yes, Manish, go ahead. Can from Tata Motors somebody video is playing. Sandeep, Avinash, can you see the video?
No, Manish, it's not coming.
Yeah,
Manish,
I'm sharing the video, Manish. Yeah.
Okay, we'll wait for 30 seconds.
Audio is not there, Avinash. You'll have to plug in the audio before display. Avinash, audio is not there.
Yeah, just so. Is it audible now?
No, Avinash, you'll have to log off your presentation. While logging in, you'll have include internal audio and put it.
Can you do that?
Okay, 1 second. I'll just play on the testimonial video. 1 second. Just let me know, people, if the voice is not visible. Audio audible, sorry.
Yeah, it's audible.
Hi, my name is Harsha. I'm the Managing Director of Athena Cars and Tools Private Limited. We are based out of Bangalore. We run over 3,000 cars in Bangalore for the employee transportation segment, out of which close to 5% of our fleet consists of electric vehicles, majority of the vehicles being Tata Tigors. We've been running Tata Tigors over a year now, and the performance of the product has been great. There's been good support extended by Tata Motors towards us, which makes it even more helpful, and the operations are successful. Because
is the video visible?
Yes.
Yeah, it's audible, Sandeep. Go ahead.
Yes.
Completely new in our industry. It takes some time and learning to develop and to make the business profitable. We wish Tata Motors all success with their brand new launch of Express T, which is similar, which is based on the same platform as Tata Tigor. I'm sure Tata will do a wonderful job with this product. And also, there are a lot of initiatives taken by the corporates today towards greener initiative and to reduce carbon footprint. So we do see much more fleet being introduced in this particular segment. So the capacity may move from 5 to 25 or 30% of electric fleet. This is across everyone. So if we were running an X number then, about 20-25% of the fleet would be electric. So we do see a lot of opportunities for this segment in the coming future. And with all the features, it's a product which is liked by all. We wish Tata and wishes from Athena.
This is Sanjay Krishnan from Lithium Urban Technologies, and I have with me our CFO, Mr. Tarun Jain. We are here to talk about and celebrate the launch of Tata Motors' new line of EVs, specifically meant for the fleet segment. Lithium Urban Technologies is the largest passenger fleet in the world. We've been at it since 2015. We've partnered with many companies in our B2B services, being present in 10 cities across India. We also own and run what is India's largest charging infrastructure, helping clients not only reduce costs but also reduce their carbon CO2 footprint. With Tata's, it goes back many years. In 2019, in late 2019, we signed a transformational deal with Tata Motors, in which we agreed to buy 500 Tigor EVs from Tata Motors to supplement and grow our fleet. Since that time, we've had a fantastic experience with Tata Motors across, just from whether it is, across the organization, right from Mr. Shailesh Chandra, down to the service engineer, down to the dealers, and everybody in between. It's been just a fabulous experience. The product is just wonderful. I'll leave it to my colleague Tarun to.
Thanks, Sunil. So currently, if you look at the current scenario where the fuel prices has almost gone up by 25% consider the previous year, it makes more sense for the corporates to convert into electric because obviously running EV is much more economical, operating cost is much lower for EVs, and obviously no doubt it also has zero carbon footprint. Apart from that, like I'll say that Tata is coming up with a new product, Express T, and we are looking forward to add such more new Tigors in our fleet coming year. Thank you.
Okay, over to you, Avinash. I think we have had most of the testimonials covered. Maybe paucity of time, we'll WhatsApp the other videos as and when people require.
Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, Sandeep. I was about to say that because we have scheduled only 60 minutes and we are almost done. So I think we will move to the very, very important, part of the whole webinar is the question answer. We have received some questions, through our chat box, which we'll answer. If we, because of paucity of time, if we cannot answer any question, we promise you that you please leave your phone number or email ID. We will definitely get back to you within 72 hours. This is a promise from our side, whatever queries you have. And towards the end of the presentation, we will also leave you with the numbers of our zonal representatives who are contactable for any query you may have. And they'll be very happy to assist you. You can call them, email them, and they'll be your first point of contact. Now, moving to the question and answer session, I'll request the help of my colleague, Mr. Ankur Singh. If you can read out some of the questions which we have received, and I'll direct it to some of the panelists who have been the speakers today. Ankur, please read the first question.
Good morning, everyone. So the first question which was asked in the webinar is what is the battery life? So I ask Amit Goyal sir to look into this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ankur.
In fact, good morning, everyone. In fact, good noon now. Regarding battery life, as you know that we are providing the warranty up to 1.25 lakh kilometer and 3 years from our side. And this is the kind of warranty while we expect that the battery life will be more than 2.5 lakh kilometer very easily. Why we are saying this 2.5 lakh kilometer, ideally in industry, it is being considered that most of the battery life cycle will be roughly 1200 to 1500 charging cycle, and in that way full charging cycle basically they considered. In that way, if we consider the this one charge kilometer practical range will be between 150 to 170. In that way, it will be more than 2.5 lakh to 3.5 lakh in between of that. But definitely the life will depend on the charging pattern or maintenance to be followed. Okay, if we are maintaining our battery or our vehicle in good condition, then it may be more than that also, right?
Thank you, Amit sir. The next question, which is most of the attendance is asking, is what is the warranty in the battery?
Yeah, I just mentioned, Ankur, it will be 3 years or 1.25 lakh kilometer, whichever is earlier, irrespective of charging cycle.
Thank you, sir. The next question is, what is the roadside assistant once the cab runs out of charged battery? So roadside assistant क्या मिलेगा इसमें?
Yes, Ankur, normally since we have given this distance to empty and as mentioned by Sandeep in his presentation, that with the help of this DTE, we can plan our trip in well-defined way. But yes, in some unforeseen situation, if there will be any, I will say, requirement of the charging in between, then in 5 major cities, we are providing the mobile charging facility also, which will be available for Tigor also in coming days. Apart from that, by our RSA facility, we provide the towing to nearby charging station. This will be applicable.
Thank you, Amit sir. Yes, sir. So my next question is with Mr. Omkar ji. Sir, many customer wants to know that what is our plan for charging stations, fast charging station, and especially in northern region.
Yeah, am I audible, Ankur?
Yes, sir. Very much.
Yeah. So as people have rightly pointed out that there are some areas which do not have the charging infrastructure right now. We are in the very early stages of network development, and as you would have seen that when we started couple of years back, and from there where we have reached today, we have taken a huge leap, and we will continue to support that in the north region. If you can just mention the cities where you want to expand your fleet network, we will be more than happy to go there. Delhi, we already have a very strong network, but we'll be happy to take your inputs on in which cities you want to expand the fleet network, and we will expand the charging network there as well.
Thank you, sir. My next question to Omkar sir. Sir, what is the cost of charging on commercial and non-commercial charging station?
So it depends on many factors. So if I were to just give an idea of how this tariff is determined, it mainly depends on the input electricity tariff. So if you are aware that commercial tariff for all these charging station, if you have a commercial complex, then your input tariff itself is around 12 to 13 rupees. However, the government has slowly now started giving access to the EV tariff, which is 4 to 5 rupees. And once that becomes a ubiquitous thing, then the tariffs are likely to go down. But currently, as of now, the tariff is ranging anywhere from 15 to 18 rupees without GST.
Thank you, Omkar sir. My next question is with Avinash
Ankur, I think I should also clarify. While 15 to 18 rupees is also is on the public charging infra. If you are going to slow charge your car, either in your home or in your office, your tariff is likely to be much lower. In home, it is likely to be 8 to 9 rupees. In offices, it is likely to be 12 to 13 rupees. So when you calculate the entire total cost of ownership, you should also consider what is your slow charging versus fast charging.
Thanks, Omkar sir. My next question is with Avinash Kulkarni sir. Sir, many customer wants to know what is the residual cost after 3 years.
So this is a nice question, but at the same time, the residual cost is the derivative of many factors: the way the vehicle is run, the way vehicle is maintained, and all that, right? But even otherwise, if there is a ballpark figure to be taken, it will be in line with what we have for the petrol vehicles or the diesel vehicles, right? So this is what I would like to say.
Thanks, sir. My next question is with Amit Goyal, sir. Many customer wants to know what is the service cost, or are we offering annual maintenance cost on this vehicle?
Yeah, we can offer during this warranty period the maintenance package, which will be roughly 50 to 60 paisa including tax per kilometer.
Ankur,
thanks, sir. Thanks for the input.
Ankur, just a second. We will take last two questions, and the rest of the questions we will address them, individually. Because we have absolutely, we have gone above the time limit. So just last two questions.
Sure, sir. One customer from Kerala is asking any other subsidy apart from road tax 5%. Sandeep sir, can you answer this question from Kerala customer?
So Kerala currently it's at 5% road tax itself. The government is contemplating reducing this road tax as well. Apart from that, on charging infra per se, they are trying to work out on subsidies. But on the vehicle, yes, you can expect the road tax may come down, but not until the government passes that resolution. It may take some time.
Thanks, Sandeep sir. Over to you, Avinash Rai sir.
Thank you very much, Ankur, for helping me in coordination of the questions. But we promise you to all the attendees, we will come back to you on all your queries. Please leave us with your email IDs or phone number. We will definitely get back to you. And in the meantime, please also note the zonal representative's phone number so that you can get in touch with them. Now, we are almost at the end of the program. I would like to request Mr. Ashish Gogia, who is the business head for North Region for Electric Vehicle Business Unit, to come in and propose a vote of thanks. Over to you, Ashish.
Thanks, Avinash. Good afternoon, everyone. It was pleasure having you all for this webinar on all new Electric Express T on Saturday morning. I would like to thank you all for taking out the time to attend this webinar. Hope you found this informative. The demand for electric vehicles is increasing. More and more corporates and state governments are pledging to shift to electric for their mobility requirements. We are pretty sure that all new Express T electric will be a solution for that, and we together shall be able to fulfill the mobility requirement. We would request you all to have an experience of the vehicle by contacting the TML representative in your respective locations. We shall be more than happy to visit your premises for test drive and demo of the vehicle. We have already shared the names and numbers of our representatives in all zones. In case anyone has not noted, we will be sharing it again. I would also like to thank you for making this an interactive session with your wonderful questions. Thanks and have a good day. Over to you, Avinash.
Thank you very much, Ashish. Please stay on. I will also request Mr. Ramesh Dorarajan, Mr. Avinash Kulkarni, Mr. Omkar and Mr. Amit Goyal to put on their cameras so that, we can together say goodbye to all the attendees and thank them for their participation on a Saturday morning and taking out time from their busy schedule. This is just for your information. We have a dedicated website for now for Tigor EV, and you can download the brochure. It is available over there. If you have a requirement for one vehicle or maybe multiple vehicles, we have solutions for any kind of requirement which you may have. And I would like to thank everyone, especially Ramesh sir, for his valuable time. And with this, I'd like to sign off. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. We will just have a quick